Hello everyone, welcome to UN Digital class. In previous classes we have studied about addition and subtraction of signed numbers by using 2's complement and also the addition and subtraction of binary numbers. In today's lecture we will study about the word addressability and byte addressability concept. Okay. Why we need this addressability? First, as we know that a computer system stores every information in the form of 0 and 1 as we have seen in the previous lectures. Okay. So, let us take a memory device, okay, which stores either 0 or 1, that means 1 bit of information, okay, 1 bit of information, and the combination of several bits, that is the combination of 8 bit is called as 1 byte, and again the combination of several byte is called as word. Okay. It may be of 1 byte, may be of 2 byte, may be of 3 byte, like this. And what this word means? Word may be of 16 bit, 32 bit, 64 bit, like this. Okay. When we say that we are having a system of 32 bit or a 64 bit system, that means in that system the word size is 32 bit or the word size is 64 bit, and 32 bit is our how many bytes? Okay. As 1 byte is 8 bit, then 32 bit is 4 byte and 64 bit is 8 byte. Okay. So, we can combine multiple bits to form byte and as well as the word concept. So, let us see how these words are aligned in a memory location. So, let us draw a memory which is of the combination, let 4096 cross 32. Okay. What this 4096 means? In a memory, it is divided into multiple number of words. Okay. And if that memory is of the 4096 cross 32 bit option, then what it means? It means the memory contains 4096 number of words, as each memory in a computer system divided into multiple number of words, and if this combination comes, that means 4096 number of words are there and each word is of 32 bit. 32 bit means it is of 4 byte. Okay. I will explain it later. So, let us see how it will be addressable by using the word concept. So, here in this memory location it comprises of this 4096 number of words, that means starting from 0 to 4095. Okay. And if this word address is I, let us take, then next one will be I plus 1, next will be I plus 2, like this up to 4095. So, if we will represent this same memory location by using byte concept, then how we will design it? Let us take same memory location 4096 cross 32 bit combination. So, here first the memory location is divided into words, okay, and what is the word number? There are 4096 number of words and each word is divided into how many bytes? As it is 32 bit, that means 32 bit is our 4 byte. So, we have to divide each word into 4 bytes, like this. Okay. And how we will address these bytes? Let first one is j, then next one will be j plus 1, next one will be j plus 2, j plus 3, like this. Okay. And when we will address this word, we know that this j and j plus 1, j plus 2, it represents the word of the corresponds byte. But if we will use the byte concept to address this word, then what will be the address of this word? This first byte address will represent the address of the corresponding word. That means the first word address will be j, then next one will be j plus 4 and next one will be j plus 8, like this. Okay. So, let us relate this word addressability concept and this byte addressability concept. Okay. How? That means this first word, if we will use word addressable concept, then the first word address is I, and by using byte addressability concept, what is the address of this first word? It is j. Then I can write that I equals to j. But for the second word, what is the address for second word? By using word addressable, it is I plus 1, and for byte addressable, it is j plus 4. You can see here. Here is j plus 4 and here is I plus 1. And next one is I plus 2 equals to j plus 8. So, when we are using the byte addressable concept to address a word in a memory location, then we have to add the number of bytes which is comprised to design a word. That means, let us take an example where the combination is, let 512 cross 16 combination. So, what this means? This means in this memory location, how many number of words are there? There are 512 number of words, and each word is divided into, okay, divided into how many bytes? In the previous example, the word is divided into 4 bytes, but here as it is of 16 bit, then it is 2 bytes. Okay. So, it is divided into 2 byte. So, if the first word address is j by using the byte addressable concept, then let me draw that memory location again. This is the memory which uses this combination. So, how many number of words are there? 512 number of words are there, and each word is divided into 2 bytes. If it is j, it is j plus 1, then j plus 2, j plus 3, like this. Okay. So, the address of first word is j, then the next will be j plus 2, next will be j plus 4, j plus 6, like this. Okay. So, here we are adding 2. So, as you can see, in this combination we are adding 2, okay, to address each word. Why we are adding 2? Because the word is divided into 2 bytes. If the combination is, let 256 cross 64, okay, then it will be added by 8. That means first is j, then j plus 8, like this. Okay. And how many bits are required actually to represent that address or to address that memory location? We cannot use the j and j plus 2 concept. Okay. We have to decode that address in the zeros and ones combination. Okay. So, let us see how we will transfer this combination into the number of bits. Let us take the combination, the previous example 4096 cross 32. Okay. So, let us see the number of bits required to word addressing and bits required to byte addressing. So, how we will represent this? How we will calculate? This 4096 means 2 to the power 12. You can calculate that also. That means to represent the word address or to represent the address of a word, we need 12 bits, the combination of zeros and ones, and this 4096 means it is 0 to 4095. So, to represent 4095 we need 12 number of ones, all ones you will write 12 times, then this combination is the value of 4095. So, we need 12 bits to represent the address for a word, and how many bits are required to address a byte? It will be 4 byte. That means it is 2 to the power 2. 4 means 2 to the power 2 equals to 4. So, the bits required is by multiplying these both we will calculate the bits. Then it will be 2 to the power 14. So, 14 bits are required to address a byte. Okay. If I will take another combinations like 512 cross 16, then how many bits are required for word addressing? You just have to decode this. So, 512 means 2 to the power, 512 means 2 to the power 9, and 16 is our, it will be 2 bytes, that means 2 to the power 1. So, number of bits required to address a word is 9 bits, and the number of bits required to address a byte is our 9 plus 1 equals to 10 number of bits are required. So, these type of questions are coming in many exams. So, you have to first decode the first part, it is the bits required for word addressing, and if you will combine both of these, then you will get the bits required for byte addressing. Okay. So, let us see how these bytes are organized in a word. That means, when we are designing a memory, that means memory is divided into number of words and words are divided into number of bytes. So, let us take the same example. That means words are divided into 4 bytes and each word is comprises of 4 bytes, and how we will address these words by using bytes? Let this is 0 and this will be 4, this will be 8, like this. Okay. That means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like this. If we will arrange the bytes in this order, that is called as big endian ordering. So, in big endian ordering, we have to store the least byte in the most significant bit. That means it will be left to right, we have to store. Okay. And the addressing is in the same manner 0, 4, 8 like this, but the ordering is different in the another ordering technique. Like we have to design another ordering technique, that is little endian ordering. In this technique we just have to reverse the orders. How? We have to store the least significant byte, that is 0, in the less significant or the rightmost bit. That means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 like this. But the address of word is same 0, 4, 8 like this. Okay. Why it is used? Because when we are connecting two devices in a network, let one is in big endian and one uses little endian concept, then what we will have to do? If we will send the big endian representation to the Little Endian, so it will misplace the or it will differentiate the results. That means let us take an example. Let we have to store 1 A, C, B like this. Okay. All are hexadecimal values. So, I can store okay, will be 0, this is 4 like this. If we will store these bytes in the same way as the Little Endian, then what we will get in the result, it is 1A, CB, 28 and 36. When we will calculate the value of this what we will get? This is the combination of these bytes, but when we will calculate from this Little Endian, what will the value? Value will be 36, then 28, then CB, then 1A. If we will decode this into the zeros and ones forms, then we will get different value for both of these. Okay. So, when we are connecting two devices, we first have to represent the big endian into the Little Endian format. That means you just have to store the least significant bit in the rightmost side in the Little Endian ordering, and in the big endian ordering you have to store the least significant byte, that is 0th byte, in the most significant position. Most significant position means the leftmost position, and least significant bit is your rightmost position. Okay. So, you have to remember these things to differentiate between big endian and Little Endian ordering techniques. Okay. So, this is all about today class. In the next class, we will see how we will use this addressing to address different operands by using different addressing modes. Thank you.